What's up, everybody? Product spotlight tonight. We're outside because it is absolutely gorgeous. I've been bragging on this since February. You asked me why February? Because I ordered this product in February and I got it just a couple weeks ago. Typically, that would be a bad thing. But it's a good thing in this case because the wait was definitely worth it. What is that product? I'm sitting on it. It's exactly what I'm sitting on tonight. Right there. Right out of the box. That thing is absolutely phenomenal. Badboyz Cyclez. Viper seat. The difference in this one, you say maybe, what's the difference in this one than any other Viper seat? Well, this is why I had to wait. Because the Viper is a step-up seat, but the Viper didn't have that. So that is brand new, redesigned Viper seat, same comfort with a backrest. Removable backrest, slides in, slides right out. So, when I ordered it in February, I asked George, I said, man, I just need a step-up seat. He's like, no problem, we got you, we'll fix you up. And when I say George is the owner. Him and his son do this. That's who called me, that's who I talked to. It wasn't, an answering service, nothing like that. It was the owner of the company is who I talked to. And we figured out exactly what I wanted. I wanted just a black stitch seat. I didn't want no color. They do color. I told him I want a standard reach. I want black. I want comfort. He goes, gotcha. Comfort is what we do. I said, okay. I said, I had another seat on my old bike. I said it was rock hard. He goes, nope, not this one. I said, cool. So February comes and goes. Daytona Bike Week. He sells 180 some seats. He's like, dude, sorry, I ran out. We're getting back to the shop. I'm gonna make some more. Cool, no problem. In the meantime, he gets back to the shop from Daytona, has a bunch of orders, including mine. So he gets a lot of those orders done, and he's like, I'm working on your seat. He goes, I had a lot of custom orders. He goes, I had to get done. I said, cool, man. It's February, March. I'm good. No big deal. Riding season ain't here yet. So March comes and goes. Arizona Bike Week. Goes out there, sells another 180, 200 seats. These things are flying. He's like, man, we get back. He goes, I'm going to get your seat. I said, okay. I said, told you, man. I said, no hurry. Back here, we ain't riding yet. I said, I ain't in that big of a hurry. And he goes, cool. I was like, we'll make it happen. No big deal. So we get back. Or he gets back, not we. I wish I was in Arizona Bike Week, but he gets back and starts working on my seat. So we're now into April, and we're getting riding season. I was like, hey, George, where's my seat? And he goes, man, I'm working on something. He goes, can you hold off on your seat a little longer? And I was like, yeah. He goes, I'm talking maybe 3 months. He goes, it might be the end of June. And I was like, yeah. I said, cool. What do you got going on? I said, I got a seat on there. It's just stock one. I said, but I got a seat on there. He goes, we're redesigning the Viper seat. I was like, cool. He goes, you're going to be one of the first ones with it. And I was like, even better. I said, I love trying new stuff out. He goes, no, it's not new. He goes, it's the same old Viper seat that's super comfortable. He goes, but we're adding something to it. I said, okay. So we stayed in touch. We kept talking. And I was like, hey, man, it's the 1st of June. I said, what's the status on these seats? He goes, we're almost there. He goes, we did the testing. He goes, it's in production. You'll be good to go. I said, cool. I said, just let me know. I said, the reason I'm asking, I said, we're leaving for a trip in July. I said, I'd really like my seat. I said, we're doing about 1,800 miles plus, me and the wife. He goes, oh, yeah? I said, yeah. He goes, no problem. We're running your seats next week. So This would be about 3 weeks ago now, 2 weeks ago. He calls me up and says, man, your seat's done. I'm getting it in the mail. So I'm waiting on it. I said, let's put some miles on it. He goes, yep. He goes, you're going to love it. In the meantime, we ordered one for the wife. So I said, hey, I need this seat for our trip. He's like, yeah, no problem. Now hers is not a standard seat. Hers is on a Rogue Glide 3, which he has to almost hand build each one of those. It is shortened because she's small in stature, and it's purple stitched. No problem. So he sends me one out, like 2 days, he has it here. Unfortunately, his guy grabbed the wrong seat and put it in the wrong box. So we sent that one back. George took care of it, no problem. Customer service, like I said, goes a long way. Her seat now, he's making her an even badass seat that should be here hopefully next week. End of this week maybe, but hopefully next week because we need it for our trip. So he's like, yep, gotcha, we'll take care of it. So I talked to him last week. The seat is built. He was doing the purple stitching. He was letting all the foam finish drying, cure, and all that stuff. He was planning on recovering the seat Thursday or Friday. And he goes, call me Monday, which will be tomorrow, because this is going to come out tonight on Sunday. He goes, I'm going to ship it out first of next week. I said, okay. I said, we got a little leeway. I said, we got a little leeway before we leave. I said, but definitely looking forward to the seat after sitting on this one. So I get my seat in last weekend. Didn't have time to make a video. It's going to cost me more money now. It's not a bad thing, but George told me, he goes, man, get your saddle first and then build the rest of your bike around it. What I do, when I got my 24, I got these bars. And it's uncomfortable as heck. It's not the bar's fault because they're built like they should be. It's not the seat's fault because it's built perfect. It's, for me, they don't work together. So what's that mean? Thursday, I ordered a brand new set of thrashing bars and risers. They will be here tomorrow. So we're going to put the bike on a lift tonight. We're going to swap out these bars. We're going to put the thrashing bars with the high bend thrashing bars. We're going to put the 9.5 inch risers, all chrome. We're going to dial them into this seat, put a few miles on next weekend, get them dialed in, and then a week and a half, about 2.5 weeks, I guess, from now, we're leaving for an East Coast trip. We're going to go up to Lake Erie. We're going to roll all the way across Lake Erie. We're going to roll into Niagara Falls. We're going to be there for the United States' 250th birthday on the 4th of July. We're going to watch fireworks at the falls. And then we're going to shoot down State Route 62 all the way from Niagara Falls to my hometown of Pennsylvania. Down through the Allegheny Mountains, down along the Allegheny River, National Forest, and pop out in the heart of oil country in Franklin, Pennsylvania. Oil City, Franklin, where I'm from. Beautiful country. We're going to spend 3 days there riding. And then we're going to rip out of there in 3 days. We're going to shoot to Pittsburgh. We're going to hit some bridges and tunnels in Pittsburgh and see some sights in Pittsburgh. And then we're going to continue on down to Cincinnati and then down into Kentucky and then home. So 10 days, give or take 1,800, maybe 2,000 mile trip. She's never went more than 200 in a day. She will in a couple weeks. I'm super excited to be able to put miles on this seat. Super excited to put miles on this seat. Let's get a close-up of it. Badboyz Cyclez. That's the new Velcro patch covering the hole for the backrest. Diamond stitching. Step-up seat. Perfect riding position in the front. You still got enough butt room in the back with a step-up seat for a passenger. And this thing is super, super comfortable right out of the box. Right out of the box. So, George and his boy, Eli, at Badboyz Cyclez, I appreciate it. It's a great seat. And we're going to go put some miles in on this thing in a couple weeks. And I will definitely do a review when I get back. Because he quoted me in saying, hey, you can go all day on that seat. We're going to try it. We're going to try it. Because I've done Sturgis and back. I've done other big trips on other seats, and it killed me. So we're going to get the bars dialed in. We're going to get the seat dialed in. And we're going to put in some miles. So stand by for another update video 3 to 4 weeks. But in the meantime, like, subscribe, check out all the channels. Southern Illinois Hef. And let's go riding. Y'all have a great night. Badboyz Cyclez. Hit them up. Get a seat. You won't be sorry. Y'all have a great night.